What's up guys, shinyhunterzach here, back with another TCG pack opening and tournament analysis video. On Thursday, before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were released, I participated in a tournament at my local league. We have tournaments going on pretty much every week, and the person with the most points at the end of the month from those tournaments actually gets a booster box of Phantom Forces. So I went to one of these tournaments on Thursday and actually won. So that put me at tied for first place in the running for the box. There won't be a tournament the next week because it's Thanksgiving, but the week after that will count for the last week of November and the first week of December. So if I do well there, there's a good chance I will have at least half of a box, if not an entire box, to open up for you guys. So the deck I played was a variation of a deck that I actually posted a little while ago, or actually meant to post but never did. But it's Yveltal Mega Manectric Garbodor. So the main Pokemon in this deck, of course, I'll move the camera down so you can see the Pokemon, is Yveltal. Now, this card has been around since X and Y base set and has always been a presence since it came out. Evil Ball, its first attack, is incredibly good. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So 20 plus 20 for each energy on both Pokemon. So for just 2 energy, that's an insanely good attack. Y-Cyclone, for 3 energy, you can move an energy from this card to another card on your bench and do 90 damage. So that is incredible. 170 HP. 2 retreat cost is okay, not great, but not terrible either. So I ran 3 of these, just an incredibly good attacker. And then I paired it with Manectric, which its second attack, Assault Laser, does 60 for 2 energy, and then 60 more if the opponent has, if the opponent's active Pokemon has an item attached to it, a tool card. So that is an insanely good attack, 120 for just 2 energy. And with that, I evolve it into Mega Manectric. Now this only has 1 attack, but it has 200 HP, free retreat, which is incredible, and its attack, which costs 2 energy, is Turbo Bolt. It does 110 damage. And you can attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So that's any basic energy, and it can be any one of your benched Pokemon. So I ran Dark Energy, a few Lightning Energy, and double Colorless Energy, which I couldn't move around with this Turbo Bolt, but it's really good with Yveltal. So I ran that, and then to counter other decks that had abilities, because this one doesn't have abilities other than Garbodor, I ran the Garbodor with Garbotoxin, which shuts off all abilities except for Garbotoxin. So if this Pokemon has a tool card attached, no other Pokemon can have abilities, and it is incredibly good for shutting down stuff like Pyroar, Metal decks like that revolve around Pokemon like Trevenant that lock down items. So it's an incredibly good card, and I ran that deck to a 3-0 finish. The first game I played against a sort of mirror match, but not really. It was Yveltal and Garbodor without Mega Manectric. So in that game, we both drew really terribly to start out with. We both had a pretty bad supporter drought. I believe he got a supporter before I did, but I ended up getting a supporter finally. I was able to get a fresh hand and start going to work and won that game. And then in the second game, I actually played my good friend Mac, who was running a Seismitoad EX Reshiram deck. And the point of that deck is to use Seismitoad's attack, Quaking Punch, to shut down your opponent from using items the next turn. So that does 30 for 2 colorless energy, and then with a Muscle Band it goes up to 50. So that's 50 every turn, and then he also played 3 of the Reshiram with Outrage, and I think it's Blue Flare. So Outrage does 20 for 2 energy, plus 10 more for each damage counter on that Pokemon. And since it has 130 HP, it can take a lot of damage for a basic non-EX. And then its second attack for 3 energy, 2 fire and a colorless, does 120, and then you discard 2 fire energy attached to it. So pretty good deck. I was able to beat it though. He didn't draw the best. None of my opponents really did, but they were still really good games. I was able to use Turbo Bolt to keep accelerating energy, and I actually had a Garbodor active most of the game, just kind of trying to stall him out a little bit. And then in the finale, the final matchup, I played my friend John, who was running a metal deck that revolves around the Bronzong with the ability Metal Links that allows him to take a metal energy from his discard pile and attach it to one of his bench Pokemon for every Pokemon that he has, for every Bronzong he has out. So if he had 2 Bronzong out, he could do that twice in one turn. So he tried to set up a Dialga EX on me. I actually, again, had a Garbodor out in the active and wasn't really able to move it out for a very long time, but I ran Hypnotoxic Laser in Burbank City Gym, so I got some kills that way because he stayed asleep a lot of turns and wasn't able to retreat. So I ended up taking the win, went 3-0, and got 4 booster packs, which I happen to have right here. I waited and didn't open them up because I wanted to open them up on camera, and I happened to get one of each pack art. So let's go ahead and get into this opening. I will try and do a deck analysis video of either Yveltal Manectric or Yveltal Manectric Garbodor. Mega Manectric, that is. So stay tuned for that. I have a lot of videos to upload, actually, but I'm also in the middle of playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'll show those off here, actually. I have Alpha Sapphire opened because I've been playing with it. I've logged about 7 hours of gameplay into it so far, and Omega Ruby still sealed. I will start this after I beat Alpha Sapphire because I want to play through it and maybe even shiny hunt in those games. I've seen quite a few shinies from people already, which is incredible. Several people have gotten the starter Pokemon very early on in like 100 to 200 soft resets, so that's incredible. But enough delaying, let's go ahead and get into this pack opening, and we will start off with a Diancie pack. By the way, if you haven't picked up your shiny Beldum off of the mystery gift, be sure to do that. You do it by going to mystery gift at the start menu and before you actually get into the game, and clicking get via internet. So please make sure to go get that. It is shiny and has some cool moves and has the Metagrow site, which you will be glad you have. Gligar, Finneon, Swirlix, Murkrow, Zubat, Croconaw, Gengar Spirit Link, and Fearow. My reverse is a Bunnelby, which is just a common, and my rare is a Chandelure Holo. Not bad, actually. I traded a couple of these away to my friend, so I wanted 1 or 2 extra of these just in case. Pretty good ability. If this Pokemon's knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, flip a coin. If heads, the opponent's Pokemon is also knocked out, attacking Pokemon. So that is a really good ability if you can actually get this Pokemon out. And then Curse Drop, put 6 damage counters down in any way you like on your opponent's Pokemon. That is not bad as well. So next up, these packs are kind of loose, which is strange, but they're definitely sealed. I believe they came from a booster box at the comic store, so let's see what I get. Dino, Gligar, Helioptile, Krabby, Totodile, Az, Dimension Valley, and Girafarig. My reverse is a Handscope, which I have tons of. This is definitely the trainer I have the most of in reverse. That is an uncommon. And my rare is a Pachirisu regular rare. So a Gengar, Mega Gengar pack now. Let's see. Got the code, of course. 12312. We have Bunnelby, Fletchling, Carablast, Skarmory, Pumpkaboo, Steel Shelter, Fletchinder, and Mystery Energy. My reverse is an Escavalier. Nice, that's a rare in the set. And my actual rare is a Mightyena regular rare. I actually have a Mightyena on my team right now in Alpha Sapphire that knows Thunderfang. So last pack here. Let's see if it'll open up. There we go. It's a Mega Manectric pack. How fitting that I choose that one last because I ran it successfully in my tournament. Alomomola, Whismur, Swirlix, Poochyena, Yanma, Versaseeker, very nice, Loudred, and Handscope. My reverse is a Blissey, which is also a rare, very nice. And the last rare of this opening is a Yanmega regular rare. So we got 1 holo out of these packs. It is a Chandelure, and I hope to get some more packs for you guys, Phantom Forces and other stuff as well. But I hope to get some packs from the tournament if I can win on, I believe it's December 3rd. whatever that Tuesday is. So that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like and favorite the video and leave a comment below. And until next time, I will see you guys later.